Hey guys, Tristan Daniel here. Did you guys know that you're actually losing a lot of money in your business if you don't operate with the right systems for your business? In this video, I'm going to show you guys the thousands of dollars that you're losing just by not having the right systems for your business. And if you don't have a system or a standard that tracks important data and metrics like booking rates, show up rates, closing rates, conversion rates, then you are leaving so much money on the table. You're losing a lot of money if you don't have the right systems that you operate in for your business. Yes, you're making good money right now. You're making $10,000 a month and you have a couple clients paying you that amount. But what would it look like if you could even double and triple that revenue? There's more money headed straight into your bank account. And you can achieve that by just fixing a small component within your system. So your system is making you lose money. And here's what it's costing you. Let's just assume that you have a $10,000 offer for your AI agency and you're selling AI systems and AI infrastructures to businesses. And you advertise your offer to get hundreds and thousands of views on Meta, which is, I think, the best platform right now to advertise your offer. And let's assume that you're running your advertising every single month. You're getting 100 leads per month, assuming that you can fulfill every single order from every single potential client. And you're going to be very busy. So if you have a bad sales process, you are losing thousands of dollars. Because what do you do once you get a Facebook lead? Do you just stare at that lead information and get amazed by how amazing Meta advertising is? Or do you pick up your phone and call these leads and book them into a call? Or do you have AI that automatically engages and qualifies these leads? And once qualified, AI books them automatically into your calendar for a sales call. So, what do you do once you get that lead is a very big part in determining your booking rate. So, let me show you. If you have a 10% booking rate right now without the proper system and you're getting 100 leads every single month, assuming that you're running advertising every month, you have 10 booked sales calls and you get to close 3 sales per month at a 30% close rate, which is already a really good amount. Making $30,000 per month in revenue is already really good. You're making way more than what most people are making. And you're making $360,000 a year in revenue, which again is already good money. But what would it look like if you could double that just by fixing a small component and adding 10% in your booking rate? So here is the 10% booking. Now here's the 20% booking. You're getting 100 leads every single month. You're getting 20 booked calls, 6 sales per month as opposed to the 3 sales per month. And now you've made double your monthly revenue, $60,000. And now you're making $720,000 a year in revenue, your potential income. So just by adjusting a small component within your system, now you have a follow-up system that automatically books calls or automatically reminds your clients for the sales calls, or you have AI that as soon as a lead comes in, there's a speed to lead response and automatically engages and qualifies all your leads into a booked sales call for you. So now you have a lead that gets engaged by AI, gets qualified by AI, gets booked by AI into your calendar, and AI sends automated follow ups to ensure that they show up on the call, which is just a simple component. There's more complex systems for this. But just by having this simple system, you can easily increase your booking rates by 20%. And we've done this with our agency. We've done this for other agencies as well. Just by having AI in your system that automatically books these leads into sales calls, automatically just increases your booking rates. And the results, the difference, an additional 10 booked calls and an additional 3 sales with an additional $30,000 per month in revenue or $360,000 a year just from improving your booking rate from 10% to 20%. And it's that simple, just having the right system. Okay, so let's move over to the other side and let me give you guys another scenario. So if you don't have a pre-call nurture sequence, you are also losing thousands of dollars every single month. And you can easily increase your show up rates to increase sales, because now more people are going to show up to your sales call. Now you have the potential of closing these sales. So you can make more sales every month. So let's do another assumption: 10 book calls per month. Now you have 10 book calls on one side and 10 book calls on the other side. The difference is the show up rate. So over on this side, you have a 50% show up rate with a 30% close rate. Now you get to close 2 sales per month with a $20,000 in monthly revenue and $240,000 in yearly revenue, which is good money. But again, just by increasing your show up rates to 20% instead of 50%, now with the 10 calls booked, you have 7 more people that's showing up with a 30% close rate. And now you're making 3 sales per month and you're making $30,000 per month in revenue as opposed to the $20,000 per month. And now you're making $360,000 in yearly revenue. Now, the difference is you just added 2 extra shows in a month and added 1 sale per month, assuming that you're running advertising and you're getting 100 leads every single month. Now you have $10,000 more in your bank account. But with this, it's just the same 10 calls booked. You just increase the show up rates and you just added more people to show up. And you've added more money in your bank account just by fixing a small component. Now you have a pre-call nurture sequence. Let's say you have an automation or a back-end workflow that follows up with these leads to ensure that they show up on a sales call. Or you have AI that follows up with these leads, answers all their questions prior to the sales call, and reminds them that they have a sales call, reminds them to show up. Just by having that, or just by you having to manually follow up with these leads and call these leads to show up for your sales call, for a discovery call, a strategy call, then you can easily make more money just by having this small minor adjustment. And the difference is that you're making $10,000 more now with the 10 booked calls. All you did was just increase the show up rate, or $120,000 per year lost from not properly nurturing leads before the call. Now, we move over to this side right here, giving you guys another scenario. If you have a weak sales call framework, you're also losing thousands of dollars, because you can easily increase sales by having the right sales framework. And the sales framework is so easy. As soon as a lead comes in, you pretty much build rapport. You do a discovery. This is the discovery part of the sales. And if you think that you can help them, then you can pitch to them a solution to their problem. And then you just collect payments and close the lead, close the deal, and then fulfill the service and give them what you promised them, a solution to their problem. So in this scenario, there's 10 calls booked. The same on the other side, 10 calls booked. And let's assume that with the 10 calls booked, all show up, just for simplicity. With a 100% show rate, a 10% close rate, now you have 1 sale per month. You're making $10,000 in monthly revenue. Good money, $120,000 a year. However, if you just adjust your sales framework and you do the discovery part, you pitch to them the solution to their problem, and if you could really help them, then you can provide that solution for them and you bring them results. So if you can properly portray the value in what you're offering to these businesses and these business owners, then you can easily make way more money. Because if you have a no-brainer ROI backed offer, then you can easily make more sales, right? So the same 10 calls booked, 100% show, 30% close rate, 3 sales per month, an additional $30,000 per month in revenue, and $360,000 in yearly revenue. And the difference is you just added 2 sales per month and $20,000 more every single month. Instead of having $10,000, you made $30,000 in a month, or $240,000 per year lost from weak sales call performance. If you need help with this, just send me a message.